Hey everyone and welcome back to the channel. Today I'm going to be making Gloom hands from Zelda Tears of the Kingdom. So like a lot of people, I've been enjoying playing Tears of the Kingdom, apart from when these things turn up, so I thought I'd pay tribute to them this week and make a model of them. I started by drawing out a blueprint to work out the scale I wanted to make them, and then rolled out some wire to start making the structure of the hands and bent it into the shapes of the fingers. And then I just repeated that process 4 more times. Once the hands were made, I could start bending the fingers and posing them into a grabbing position. And after that, I bent the wire into the different shapes of the arms. Then I could start to bulk up that wire framework with some clay. I wound the clay around the wire and then squished it to get an even coverage. Then I pushed clay into the palms of the hand and rolled out little sausages to stick onto the fingers. Once the base layer of clay had dried, I could start adding more clay to bulk up the actual shape of the arms. Once I'd applied that thick layer of clay, I used this old hard brush to cut into the clay and really refine that gnarly look of the arms. And after repeating that for all 5 arms, I used this sharp pen to score in some texture. Once they were fully modelled, the final touch was to add the eyes to the palms of the hands. And once that was done, it was time to make a base to display them on. I found this old paving slab for 50p, so I bought that and stuck on some foam. Then I could use a rock to texture that foam and make it look like the floor of a cave, the cave where a lot of people find the Gloom hands for the first time. Once it was textured, I glued down the foam to the paving slab. After pressing texture into the foam, I stuck some stones on top to make it look less flat and break up the pattern. Then I blobbed some PVA glue towards one side of the slab and added some sand to give it a bit more texture. Then it was onto the painting, and I started by giving the arms a black base coat. And once the black had dried, I used red paint to create a gradient towards the bottom of the arms. And once that was all dry, I used a dry brush of red paint to pick up all the texture that I'd added earlier. And once they were fully painted, I added the finishing touches by painting the eye onto the palm of the hand with some red, orange and yellow paint, and then drawing a pupil on with a black pen. I finished off the arms with a coat of PVA glue to give them a glossy shine. Then it was on to painting the base, so I started with a base coat of black paint, Mod Podge and water to seal it all. Then I covered it all with dark brown paint and added progressively lighter dry brushes to pick up the texture. Here you can see that I've added some clay stumps for the arms to stand on. I just made these by squishing a ball of clay onto the base and then pressing the arm into it. To create the puddle of gloom, I painted it black and then added little swirls of pink and red paint and blended them in a bit. And the rest of the gloom got a coat of PVA glue too to make it glossy. Here you can see how I propped up all the arms while they were gluing so that they dried in the right place. And while the glue is drying, it's time to make our hero. I started by shaping his body and adding his signature pointy ears. Then I could paint his champion's tunic that iconic blue. And with that, the brave hero is ready to face the Gloom hands. But first, here's a teaser of what I've been working on for the next video. So make sure to subscribe because you don't want to miss that one. But now here are the Gloom hands.